This story begins like many other games in this genre, on a dark and stormy night. This is, of course, only for dramatic effect. Adding to this drama, we see the main antagonist busy with evil deeds. This is used as comic relief, but also to establish character. All villains need a loyal and annoying servant that ultimately will betray his master in the end. This story is no exception, and has chosen Sullivan for the task. My lord, the experiment has escaped, he pants.
Two things. First, sound the alarm and activate all the traps,
the Immortal annoyedly replies.
And if he somehow should make it out, I'm sure the wyvern wouldn't mind a snack. Second, you need some exercise. Sorry, but if I sugarcoat it, you'll eat that too, he continues.
But what about the protagonist, our hero? The one with a fancy walk and a mighty weapon. Yeah, this is not him. This is just a random trash mob. Will he be used later on in the game? No. Say goodbye to him forever. Finally, we see our actual hero. But it's too peaceful. Something needs to break this tranquility. Every hero has a sidekick that, for no apparent reason, has a superpower that will aid the hero in solving critical puzzles. We picked Lucy for this mission. Will her backstory and how she ended up at this convenient location be explained? Probably not. Our hero picked her up and continued with his quest. At this point, something interesting needs to happen. How about some orcs having trouble connecting to their Wi-Fi, for example? No, not good enough. Take a look at this big pressure plate instead. Interesting. Yes! This outcome probably didn't come as a surprise to anyone, except for Sullivan, who got very surprised to see the prisoner, our hero, escape on a killing spree in the dungeon. This perfectly wraps up the introduction, though. Let's continue. Now that we have reached the end of the tutorial level, the player is ready for the actual game. But here's also the mandatory deadly swinging trap section with a jumping puzzle, just as expected. Finally, we are done. This is also emphasized in the uplifting background music. In fact, we have decided we are completely done with our hero as well. It's time to let things go. Fine, let's show what really happened. long time ago, the Immortal came to this land. He introduced himself as a humble and kind wizard that spoiled the people with gifts and luxurious artifacts, which they naively accepted. He eventually became acquainted with the highest royalties in the capital city, earning him more trust and access to all of the land's resources, free of charge. Big mistake. One morning, the citizens were awoken by the Immortal's enchanting voice, with the city shaking uncontrollably. Not only did he split the capital city, but he also divided the land into 3 parts, making it impossible for the people to reach him. Fortunately for us, he is a villain of good conduct and forged the villain-beating artifact, the only weapon powerful enough to defeat him. The whereabouts of this weapon is, of course, unknown.
What in the name of Goddess Kling just happened?
The Immortal shouted. Your secret hideout just started to shake and tilt, my lord, Sullivan replied.
I'm not blind, you fool. I'm asking why it happened.
The Immortal said. Maybe one of the chains got detached, my lord? Sullivan carefully asked.
That's impossible. That would require someone to... wait. Sullivan, you did get rid of my failed experiment, just as you promised, right?
The Immortal asked.
Oh, Goddess.
I'm so sorry, sir. I don't know how he survived or got his hands on a piece of the legendary villain-beating artifact.
Sullivan said. Ooh, this is getting really bad. Quick, lock up the other dungeons and send even more dangerous creatures at him. He needs to be stopped before he finds all the pieces.
The Immortal panicked. As our hero continues his journey, our main antagonist is, as usual, busy with evil deeds.
Tell me, Sullivan, why is my secret hideout suddenly disobeying the laws of physics?
The Immortal asked. I'm so sorry, sir, but I think that Whoopi thing just found the second artifact location. Sullivan stuttered.
This is a mess. Yes, my hideout too. Clean this up immediately and activate more security at the last location. That wart ass must not get there, or I'm doomed, the Immortal muttered.
At this stage in the story, the Immortal wondered how the situation possibly could get any worse. Yeah, that was a perfectly timed example. Not to anyone's surprise, of course, since this game values consistency.
That's it. I've had it with this Sir Ass, the Immortal said.
But what are you going to do? Now that the chains are gone, your secret hideout is highly unstable on its ascent into outer space.
Sullivan panicked. Oh, I think I have the perfect remedy. What do you say, Miss Wyvern? Are you hungry?
Wow, truly remarkable. All of our heroes' life choices had led up to this epic moment. The time had come to shape justice once and for all with this immensely powerful... The immensely powerful legendary villain-beating artifact was finally in the hands of our hero. Such great power has to be handled with... I'm sorry to bother, sir, but we have a slight inconvenience, Sullivan said.
It can wait. It's not like the legendary villain-beating artifact is endangered or something. The Immortal chuckled. You fool! You were supposed to keep that hideout protected! This is as bad as it could possibly get! I'm leaving! I've had enough of this!
The Immortal shouted.
But what about him? We can't end the story like this.
Sullivan replied.
Can it? I'm sure the developers will figure something out later on, the Immortal said.
But what about the protagonist then, our hero? What heroic deeds would he go on and perform with his recently acquired legendary weapon? Oh,